Vote for Flying Mascot. Link in the description. I like Unflinching in the first at the Valley.
Unflinching by 3 lengths on the line, Duchy of Savoy.
I like Yulong Command in race number 5.
Yulong Command in front and he razzle-dazzles them, beats them 3/4.
10 to win on Invincible Jet.
Deep dive, trying, lunging on the outside, missed out. Invincible Jet has just beaten Deep Dive in a thriller.
I like In the Boat as my best of the day.
In the Boat goes all the way and he smashes them, wins 2 lengths for Essence Star.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another YouTube video. We're doing another race day preview and again it's from the Valley just like last week, highlighted by the Group 2 Australia Stakes over the 1200 metres. Marabi is the favourite, very exciting times. Vote for Flying Mascot in the All-Star Mile please, link in the description. Also, our internet's been really laggy today so I couldn't get the replays off racing.com, so there's no replays for this preview.
Race 1 is a 3-year-old fillies, benchmark 70 over the 1500 metres. ROUSSEU is the $3.10 favourite. Throntari is at $3.50 and then $7 next best is Schiller Effect. I'm with ROUSSEU in race number 1 at Moonee Valley. It's a case of if it's a slow pace, it loses. If it's a fast tempo, it probably storms down the outside and wins. Damien Lane can get it off gate 2 if it wants to. It was not suited by the tempo last start, so it could rapidly improve. Throntari draws a touch wide, which is in the end why I went against it and put it in for second. Came through the ROUSSEU race and ran pretty well. I can see why it's there with it in the market. Schiller Effect should have won on debut at Stall in a maiden. It comes here without a win, but can do so on the weekend. And Cherry Pick will put itself right on speed, give itself every chance in the lead, especially around Moonee Valley. I'm with ROUSSEU in race number 1. Race 2 is a fillies and mares, benchmark 78 over the 1600 metres. American Angel is a $3.10 favourite, $4.20 for Sweet Carolina, $5 for Star of Eden. I'm with American Angel, the favourite. Jamie Carr takes the ride from gate 6. It should put itself somewhere near midfield. It was the last start winner at Caulfield. I'm happy to put it on top. Modern Millie I nearly put on top. It's only had one run in Australia and it was okay, but it's going to get a wet track on the weekend, which is what I like. It'll get back, but it will be charging home for Craig Williams. Glassy Mist will put itself outside the leader and also be giving itself every chance. Ran well in the Woodford Cup last start. And Star of Eden will put itself in the lead, I think. Soft track, not sure. I think it's pretty good, but we'll see. I think American Angel and Modern Millie, the two, slight leaning towards American Angel. Race 3 is an open handicap over the 1600 metres. Stay Gold is a $2.40 favourite, short price. Zoltan is at $4.40, then a gap back to Dark Wanderer at $6.50. I like 2 roughies here, Polanco and Mask of Time. Polanco's been racing well, third up, it's ready to do something. It can handle wet tracks. John McNeil gets the ride, gate 554 kilos. I think it's over the odds at $9, 6 each way on it. 2 each way on Mask of Time. Finally gets a wet track and comes back in class. There's no superstars in this race. The only question mark is how far back it'll get, but it'll be charging home late. Dark Wanderer settles on speed. It comes over from Tasmania. So I think it'll be right there in the finish. And Stay Gold has won its past 2 races, so it can definitely run well, especially at Moonee Valley. I'm with Polanco and Mask of Time in race number 3. Race 4 is a benchmark 70 over the 2,000 metres. Done Dirt Cheap is the $3.10 favourite, $4.40 for Reliable Dude, and down there $5 for Pitch and None. I like 2 here, ROUSSEAU and Pitch and None. ROUSSEAU comes back from Sydney. It's been racing well up there. It ran at the Moonee Valley track 5 starts ago on a soft track behind the Awesome Sun and ran 2 lengths off that horse. So it can handle a wet track, it can handle Moonee Valley. It just needs to find the right run from gate 8. Pitch and None's been racing well as well. Jamie Carr gets gate 9 this time. Don't know where it's going to get to in the run. That's why I put ROUSSEAU on top. Aurora Symphony will put itself right there on speed from gate number 5 and will be in front of ROUSSEAU and Pitch and None. And Reliable Dude from gate 11 will be right there midfield or so, be charging home late. 12 the win ROUSSEAU, 12 the win Pitch and None, race number 4 at Moonee Valley. Race 5 is the Vobis Gold Carrot for the 3-year-olds over the 1200 metres. Pinstriped is the $2.90 favourite. Closely followed up by Finance Tycoon at $3. They clearly had the market, and I'm seeing it similarly to the market. I like Pinstriped. It's first up. It won by 5.5 lengths on debut at Moe, and it was on a heavy 9, so we know it can handle a wet track. Mick D retains the ride from gate 9. If it can settle in a good position, I think it should be winning. Finance Tycoon's the class runner of this race. There's a bit of speed in this race, and it's drawn out wide, so it might have to work to get to the lead, but it's the best horse in the field. Danny Sandasi's won 4 races in its career, and it's only had about 9 starts, so it can definitely win. Its in form, and Jagar loves the wet track, gets Jamie Carr on. I think it's a good chance as well, but I like Pinstriped in race number 5, the Vobis Gold Carrot at the Valley. Race 6 is a benchmark 70 over the 1600 metres. My best bet comes up in this race. Gentleman Roy is the $2.40 favourite. Agnelli at $6.50 and $7 for Tough Choice. I'm with Delightful Journey here as my best of the day at $7.50. It's going to go to the lead, I hope, and yeah, it should. It loves the 1600 metres. Won in a Class 1 last start at Cranbourne. Won by 5 lengths. Wet track is it hasn't really been on anything worse than a soft 6, so I don't really know, but Michael Poy goes on. I think it's way over the odds at $7.50. Agnelli gets Brett Preble, and I think it's a really good chance. Unfair Dismissal at $26 is over the odds for John McNeil. I wanted to have something small each way on it, but couldn't fit it in, and Gentleman Roy will be right there on speed. 20 the win on Delightful Journey, my best of the day. Race 7 is the Group 2 Australia Stakes over the 1200 metres. Odds on Marabi, $1.95 favourite. $7 for Forbidden Love. Mark Zara at $9.50 down there for Lightsaber. I've got Marabi on top. It's a real speed machine. Has had a nice gap between runs since its Christmas Stakes win at Caulfield. From gate 4 or so with Ben Allen, should put itself right on the speed and be running well. Forbidden Love is the only other one that I think can beat it. It always seems to get itself into trouble, and gate 1 around the Valley, it should as well here, but if it gets clear luck in running in the straight, it could test Marabi. Tarath will be better suited at the 1400 metres, but gets the wet track, which is key for it. And Wild Planet always races well first up. Moonee Valley will be charging home late, probably when it's all over. I think Marabi can win the Group 2 Australia Stakes and be a firming favourite for the Oakley Plate. Race 8 is a benchmark 70 over the 1,000 metres. $3.90 for Holt and $3.60 there for the favourite Midwest. Logan McNeil rides Midwest here. And I'm with Midwest just ahead of Holt. I'm seeing it similarly to the market. These two horses both race on speed. Holt will go to the fence and the lead. Midwest should come and settle outside it. Midwest has won 3 in a row and won them all very well. Holt, I think, can really test Midwest. It'll get the map advantage more, but I think Midwest is a slightly better horse. Cosmic Rhapsody will be settling off them and charging home late when Midwest and Holt are tiring, and the Big Easy just draws a tad wide, but will be getting back and charging home as well. I think Midwest and Holt are the two horses to go here. I'm slightly leaning towards Midwest, a real speedster, but Holt is right there. I had trouble splitting them. The last race, race number 9, is a Fillies and Mares benchmark 70 over the 1,000 metres. Little Stevie is the $6 favourite, $9 for Sweet Sue and more, $6 there for Champagne Dreams. I've got Boss Lady Rocks on top for Ron Stubbs and Brett Preble. They both combine here. This horse is trained up at Albury, so they don't bring them down here to Moonee Valley for nothing. Gate 11 will be settling right on speed, and I think it's over the odds at $11, judging off its last start run. Can handle the wet track. So can Little Stevie. Might need 1,200 metres, but is a real speedster. Gate 3 will put itself on speed. Might need a little bit of luck in the straight. Lani Bang Bang's the second favourite, second emergency at the moment. $17. If it gains a start, I reckon it's a pretty good chance. And Soul Obsession draws low and is also a real speedster. 15 the win on both Little Stevie and Boss Lady Rocks in the last.